Welcome back everybody. Today we have a very amazing deck. We're going to be seeing Snoke Troopers. The game plan here is we're going to play as many troopers as we can and then give them as many experience tokens as possible with Snoke and with other cards that actually give them extra experience or extra power and resistance and make it really hard for our opponent to deal with the board. We have two game plans. Mainly we're either trying to make a very large trooper that just closes off the game with enough pressure, or a very big sentinel unit that stops our opponent before he can even deal damage to our base. We're going to be seeing some stats, we're going to see the deck list, and we're going to be seeing some matches. So let's jump in, take a look, and hope you enjoy it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start with some stats. So right now we're sitting in a 60% win rate with 9 wins, 6 losses, and we are playing some very cool cards, especially the phase 3 Dark Trooper here is very important. You know, the times we actually play that card, manage to give it an experience token, and manage to make it bigger than whatever your opponent can actually attack with, it makes a huge difference because it gets to a point where they can't get over it, and wherever they're attacking, they're just making it bigger, and you are making it bigger, and then it gets out of control. We're also playing Daring Raid as our second most played card in wins, as well as Overwhelming Barrage. You know, we're playing Tarkin Town, so Daring Raid makes a lot of sense when we actually get to, you know, deal with those our opponent units early on. And then we also, you know, Guavian Antagonizer and Death Star Stormtrooper just are 1-drops that we immediately make bigger. So we're making Guavian Antagonizer a 3/4, very strong with Sabotage. And then we're also making the Death Star Stormtrooper a 4/2 that it's also trading really well or applying a lot of pressure early on to your opponent. So then we have, of course, you know, the rest of the package. Let's jump ahead and take a look at the list. You know, pretty short list, a lot of 3 copies of each trooper, and some very strong plays. So let's zoom in here. We have Snoke. So what Snoke does is you pay 1, tap him, and then you give an experience token to a unit with the most power among units you control. So, you know, you need to calculate sometimes so that you start putting experience tokens on the units you actually want. It could happen that you start putting them where you don't want them if you don't calculate well where you're putting your experience tokens. And normally you want to give your experience tokens to either your phase 3 Dark Trooper if you've managed to make it big enough. If not, you want to give them to Snoke because a leader is just that much harder to remove than your normal units, and he starts to become just unmanageable as he becomes stronger and stronger as the game goes on. So as we were saying, we have Death Star Stormtrooper, we have First Order Stormtrooper, we have Guavian Antagonizer, and we have Snoke Trooper as our 1-drops. And what we want to do is, depending on the matchup, if you know you need a large resistance unit, or if you need a large attacker to apply pressure, just decide on which you're going to play first, give it an experience token since turn 1, and then turn 2, do the same thing, you know, play one of your nice 2-drops, and keep making your other units larger, or making a very large Sith Legionnaire. So a play I really like is, you know, you play Guavian Antagonizer, you give it an experience token, you go up to a 3/4, then you play a Sith Legionnaire next turn, he's going to be a 4/2, and you give it an experience token, and then you have a 3/4 and a 5/3 on turn 2. Very hard to deal with. We're playing Force Choke, just amazing, 5 damage against any non-vehicle unit, pretty good against Anakin, you know, dealing with the units he's using to trade into your units. So also solid choice, you know, against Anakin. What I like to do is, you know, just a small trooper, give it an experience token that makes it like Death Star Stormtrooper trades into most of your opponent's 2/4s. So that's really good. And then if they don't trade in, you do Force Choke and you're left with your big units and he is behind. Daring Raid, as we saw, very important to deal with our enemy units. You know, just Daring Raid combined with Tarkin Town is really good. Precision Fire is very good game closer, giving +2/+0 to a trooper and giving it Saboteur. So good to get into base and skipping those pesky Sentinel units. We're playing Bo-Katan, just a 3/3 for 2 that not really very important on the Overwhelming Saboteur because we don't play any other Mandalorian, so we don't get to actually use that ability, but it's just a solid 3/3, and she's a trooper, and that's very important because we're playing General Tag, And when he comes in, he gives 3 experience tokens to up to 3 different trooper units. And that's just, when you manage to have 3 troopers in play and you play general tag, it's basically game over. It's just so much, so much advantage from a single card. And then, you know, you're still applying pressure with Snoke for more experience counters, and then you just have some uncontrollable units on the board. We're playing HK-47, just an amazing 2-drop that with an extra experience on it is just nasty. You know, a 3/5 that has this ability is just so good. 3 Battle Furies, an amazing card to put over your Dark Troopers or to just close up the game. You can see the most expensive card we play is Overwhelming Barrage, so we do get to a point where we don't have cards in hand and we just don't care. Drop in our Battle Furies and we don't have to discard cards from hand. Captain Enoch, amazing as well. For 3 cost, you're sometimes getting a 4/5 or a 5/5, and just very strong drop for a 3-drop. Grand Inquisitor, also with his hidden ability and raid 1, swinging for 4, sometimes closes the game really well for you. And then Hoth Lieutenant, just an amazing additional trooper that helps you with that +2/+0. Sometimes it applies enough pressure for you to win the game. And of course, Overwhelming Barrage, very good against those turns where your opponent deploys at Palpatine, puts those Sentinels in ground, thinks they're safe. You Overwhelming Barrage, clean it out. If you have HK, deal extra damage. And if not, it's just an extra 2 damage you're dealing in with your very large units. So amazing card to have here. So that's it. Very simple deck. Shout out to Veil Shot. You know I'm a big fan. Go check his channel. He makes amazing content, and I really like this deck that he made. So I'm very excited to try it out with all of you guys today. So let's jump into the games.
Hello there.
Okay, so here we go. First match, we're going up against our Rey. I think Rey is pretty strong. Rey Data Vault is nice. We might have enough time though to make a very large unit and deal with our opponent that way. I don't really like this hand. I think the Death Star Stormtrooper is not going to be, his low health is not going to be good enough against his high resistance units. So let's go ahead and mulligan. Okay, this is a bit better. I like potentially making a large Guavian Antagonizer or even a large First Order Stormtrooper. I like having the option of 2 troopers here. We'll research one of this. I like Tage. Yeah, we'll do this. And see what, okay. Okay, just claims, interesting. Okay, we'll play a Guavian and we'll give an experience token to it and we'll pass. Nice, okay, so now we're cooking. We have a lot of troopers. We probably want to just play like a 2-cost trooper and give another experience token. We'll keep the precision fire just because he plays like shielded units and things we would like to deal with. Okay, he's just claiming again. Okay, that was crazy. I was like, nah, this can't be happening again. Potentially make a very large Sith Legionnaire this turn. Okay, interesting. Resupplying. So do you want to deal 4 damage this turn or make a large Sith Legionnaire? How much removal does she play? Okay, we'll do this. That's fine. That way we'll have 2 large units. And we're not that vulnerable to just like a removal. Okay, that's nice. I like the Hoth Lieutenant. Could be a nice play this turn. And then we follow up with Tage next turn, and that's with Tage and with Bo-Katan, and then an experience token. Then that can be deadly if they don't have like a very good answer this turn. And you know, just applying 7 damage, 10 damage this turn is going to be a lot of pressure. It's just been a slow game for our opponent here. Okay, so what we thought happened, let's go ahead and play this. Swing for 10. It was good that we didn't actually go all in on a single unit. Perfect. Okay, we'll go ahead and claim. Ooh, that's nice. So phase 2 Dark Trooper is pretty good right now, because if we play it out and then he gives an experience, we can give an experience as well, and we're still outside of his range. He's playing Raid this turn though. She's a 2/6. Yeah, still pretty good for us. I think we'll get rid of Bo-Katan. I want to keep the Daring Raid around. So what we're saying, I think immediately play the Phase 2 Dark Trooper. Just going to save us from a bunch of hits this turn and keep both our troopers safe. Okay. Going with Vigilance. Let's see who he kills. Probably the Dark Trooper. Oh, he didn't kill the Dark Trooper. Okay. I think Tage. Actually, if we get the. Let's do this. And see what happens. Because we can potentially, if he deploys Rey and attacks into the Dark Trooper, we can still Daring Raid and kill Rey. Let's do this. This will give us some time, and then the Dark Trooper is going to be huge if he does that. Yeah, that makes sense. Do we still want to Daring Raid Rey? If we do, but actually we can kill Rey with the Dark Trooper next turn with a precision fire, so let's go ahead and pass. That's fine. A second Tage. We don't need a second Tage. Tag or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Oh, okay. I'm a bit worried. I don't like this like blue controller decks getting to late game, but we still have like a healthy hand. We're about to deploy Snoke. If he doesn't do something with Rey that's interesting right now, we can kill it with precision fire and get an experience token on it. That would be an amazing play. Okay. Ooh, that's not that good for him. Not that good at all. We are going to be able to play so many things this turn and apply so much pressure. And then we also have Battle Fury. He claims, okay. So here we go. We'll play HK. We will deploy, actually let's just give an experience, deploy, swing, give an experience, deploy, give an experience. Looks good. Okay, those are some good draws. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't play all of them this turn. So we might as well resource the Trooper and play everything else. He probably has, yeah, removal 4, but that's fine. We'll swing here. See what he plays. We still have Tarkingtown, so if he plays anything that we can like deal with Daring Raid and Tarkingtown, that's good for us. And we're still applying a lot of pressure. We have a 5/8 leader. He passes. Interesting. Okay, we'll play Captain Enoch. He kills Enoch. That's fine with us. We'll deal this. We'll give Battle Fury to, I guess, HK. Swing for 5. Swing for 2. Pass. And oof, that's some bad draws right there. We don't get anything we can actually play. Probably keep both actually. We're gonna have to discard something. We could have, yeah. Just keep this so that we can discard General Tag and keep HK just in case he has removal. He'll probably try to remove HK if he has removal, because it's a bigger unit. If not, we'll just swing with HK first thing we do. He's already used 2 Feathered Dragons though. Let's see what he does. It's good that we have Tarkingtown. Anything like very large he plays, you know, a Luke or something like that, we can still deal with it pretty easily. And even deal, okay, nice. U-Wing reinforcement is not that good here because we have potential almost lethal on board. Let's see what he finds. You can do this. Blue leader, okay, probably coming down as an ambush unit. He can't. What, he's just gonna kill Tag? Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so that's perfect for us. We don't really care about the Bright Hope. Is he gonna just send the blue leader to his hand to save it from Tarkintown? And then potentially having another 5-life attack next turn, which is, it's not a good play anyways, but he could do that, yeah. This is taking long. Let's see if maybe we're disconnected or something. Okay, no, we're good. So we'll deal 5 here, discard another HK, it's fine. We will kill this, deal another damage to base, deal here, give the experience token to our leader, play general, and we'll pass. Okay. Some good cards. If he plays like something large, we can play our Sentinel just to save our units, but he's in a very rough position right now. Here we go, let's see what he plays. Okay, interesting. That's going to save him 8 damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe even 9 if he wants to take it all. Okay, swing with HK, lose our trooper. And then we swing for victory. There you go. So game number 1, pretty good. GG Kish. And let's go ahead and requeue for the next game. Ooh, nice. So we're going up against Anakin Datavolt. Best deck in the format right now. That's cool. Let's see if we can actually deal with this. He's going to be able to deal with our units. So let's just, maybe playing a huge Captain Enoch sounds like a good idea. This is a pretty good hand actually. If we can Death Star Stormtrooper, grow it. It's probably going to kill it easily though. One of this guy's good. Maybe losing Bo-Katan. No, good thing about the trooper is that he's gonna, oh god, not against that. He's not gonna trade up against that. Might as well give the experience token to it. Okay. Force Choke is good here against Anakin, I think. Maybe just playing Legionnaire and give an experience token to it. Let's do that. We're gonna have to use Tarkintown against Gunji, which is terrible because he's gonna be able to deal with this. Let's play this, see what happens. It's just so good that he can trade into anything and just replace it for free. Okay. We don't want to give him more cards, so we might as well keep this guy that's also going to trade in well against him. It is a hard match. You know, anything you're playing, it's a hard match. Good thing we're not playing any like space units here. Okay, interesting. He trades in, he finds a Karis. We can potentially make this guy a 5, but it still dies against Karis next turn. but I think we might have enough time to make him even a 7. So let's try that. Or maybe even playing overwhelming. So we'll go ahead and claim. Okay, overwhelming is going to do a lot of work this turn. Might as well drop this trooper. We have these 2 troopers, which are nice. I want to keep these around for later. We really don't want to have red 5 on play. Okay. Do we deal with... I think we do. I don't really care. We're trading well here. That's fine then. Ooh, he didn't. Okay, we'll go ahead and claim. Oh, it still dies. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll lose this. And then we need to be able to beat Anakin. He's a 4/7 non-vehicle unit. It's pretty good. We just... No, I don't think we just deploy. We need to get some things down first. We'll play Bo-Katan. Give it an experience token. We'll play this. Looking for some favorable trades here for us. Okay, General's Blade. We can't deploy here because we lose it. I'll play here, you know, just to wait a little bit. Okay, so he opens fire. We will give an experience token here. Actually, we might as well keep all of this. No, just in case we can play like overwhelming and the trooper. It's probably just gonna deal with Snoke immediately with Anakin, and then we have to force choke him. Interesting. Okay. If we Supreme Leader deal 6, he's gonna survive, right? Let's see what he does. Okay, we'll swing here. Ooh, perfect, 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 perfect. If he claimed, that would have been terrible for us. But now we can actually deal... Okay, well, I don't think we resource anything, right? No need. And then we just force choke Anakin immediately. Nice, nice. And then we have a large Snoke to, you know, just keep him growing. We can even play Hoth Lieutenant, swing for 7. And then we can still play a Dark Trooper. It's getting dangerous for me though, because I'm down to 17. Oof, okay. So what if we swing for 6, then 3? We need to claim. We need to claim, and we need to find like an overwhelming barrage or something. Oh, not good enough. Okay. Up to 27. He's also up to 10 resistance. Okay, we'll go ahead and play the Grand Inquisitor. Maybe he swings. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. So close, but Anakin's just a tough opponent to beat. Let's go ahead and re-queue. That's fine. You know, you could see that we were very close to beating one of the best decks in the format. Let's see if we can win this next one. Let's see who we go up against. Oh, we're going, oof. Man. If you've seen my channel, you know I think this deck is just brutal. I actually like this starting hand. Let's go ahead and keep it. I don't think we're going to need the overwhelming. Probably good, although in his deployment turn. So maybe get rid of this, and maybe hold the overwhelming barrage. Just for when he deploys his leader, we can deal with the Sentinels and try and close off the game. Other than that, I think we go double Trooper this turn, because he's probably just going to play Power of the Dark Side next turn, and we want to be able to swing at least 4. Probably looks for something interesting. We'll play this. We'll pass. Okay, we don't need 2 overwhelming barrages, but we do need a second Trooper. That's amazing, because now we can actually play a Trooper, give an experience token, and next turn we have an amazing turn with General Tag, and then we do have a very strong unit for overwhelming barrage. Okay, that's fine. I can potentially kill Partgas this turn. I don't really care. We could go Stormtrooper, Tarkintown. Ooh, okay, nice draws. I think I'd rather have the Dark Trooper than HK. Hopefully he doesn't swing into the Sith Legionnaire immediately. That way we can use General and give them all experience tokens. Perfect. Bam, 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 done. Okay, swinging to base, which is fine. We can just one-shot this guy. Oh, my bad. I can't. That was bad. Because we could potentially have given him 1 more, but still. We can do this, right? Deal with that. We can do this. Swing here. Pass. Nice. Good draws. Again, we don't need this overwhelming barrage. He's probably going to kill the Legionnaire, but we still have a bunch of damage to deal this turn. Okay, interesting. Do we want to kill this guy right now? We really want to overwhelming next turn, not this turn. But we can deal pretty good damage this turn. Yeah. Okay, we'll play this. We'll swing for 5, swing for 2. You know, we're getting ready for a large, overwhelming barrage here. Let's see what he does this turn. But we need to deal a lot of damage this turn to be able to win this. Okay, that is fine. You know, he doesn't have timely or anything, so... Okay. Actually, that was... Like, I don't really care. I can... trade here. Should we just go all in on the... on his base? Let's see. We'll do this. We have 6, 8, and 3, 11, and 4, 15, and 1 more 16. We have 16 damage, and then we overwhelming barrage next turn where he doesn't expect for me to be able to deal with his sentinel units. So let's try that. We deploy. We swing for 4. We swing for 7. Let's see, wait. Cancel that. We swing for 3. We swing for 2. And then we can potentially swing for an additional 9. Well, we don't need that. So we swing for here, and then we play this. And even that's going to give us an extra damage. Oh, okay. He can't super laser blast yet, so we're good. Okay. We pass. Do we keep all this? We don't need Battle Fury, actually. Okay, and let's see what happens. Overwhelming barrage, okay. Probably not enough though. Okay, we have a sentinel unit. This guy's gonna die after he attacks with Vader. So we might as well swing with him. Because Snoke doesn't win us the game just yet. Oh, but actually, wait. Because he can't attack Vader. Oh no, we have a sentinel, so he can't. Okay, so let's do this. There you go, kills both, and then Snoke swings for the win, and we managed to beat Palpatine. Very, very nice. Let's go to the last game, see how it goes. If you've stayed up to this point, you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe. Comment what decks you like, what you like about this deck. All the interaction really helps the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate that. And we're going up against Dryden boss. Okay. So what he does is he can discard a card that costs 6 or more from your hand, play anything that costs 5 or less. It gains ambush, so we got to be extra careful here with our units. But you know, making a large Snoke Trooper with a large resistance seems interesting. We'll keep this hand. We'll drop this, right, because we're gonna play this and an HK on turn 2 and give an experience token to it as well. We'll drop this too. Although I also like this a lot. Precision Fire is just such a strong card. Or could we risk it and just try to make a large HK and not play these two guys? But then what do we do in turn 2? Okay, now let's do this. Let's see what he plays first, and that's gonna kind of tell us what we can do. He claims. Okay, do we want to potentially have... I don't want HK to die, so I'm just gonna play a large trooper pass. Not Battle Fury right now, I don't really... Though Battle Fury on the trooper is amazing. We're not playing this anyway, so we might as well play HK, give an experience token to it. Then we have a 3/5 with very good ability. That's fine. Can potentially kill Karis. I think we should. Let's kill her before anything happens. Although we'll kill her when we have HK on play. Okay, perfect. So we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. and we'll pass. Okay. Second Enoch, making the choices easy for us. We have a pretty good control of the board right now, and we can potentially play a Trooper this turn and give it an experience token, and then next turn do some good Battle Fury on it, although I think Dryden probably plays some removal. So we'll see what the best play here is. He's starting, so we have some good information before we even make a decision here. Okay, killing HK is fine because he's using his removal. I'm just gonna swing for 3. And then I'll make a large trooper. I don't think I need a Guavian right now. Let's see what he plays. We have a large Sentinel unit, which I want to make even bigger this turn for sure. Okay, he discards a card, so it's still costing him a bit. Okay, so he still gets to draw. We could kill it with HK, not lose anything ourselves. I guess we do that. Let's play this. And let's pass. Pretty good draws here. I like the Force Choke. We'll drop 1 Battle Fury. And then we finally get to deploy Snoke this turn. And he doesn't get Dryden this turn. We need to make this turn really, really count. So far, so good. Okay, discarding Maul to play a Chirrut. Interesting. I think Snoke can take an extra damage. I don't really care. I'll just give Battle Fury to Snoke, I guess. I don't want him drawing cards, so I'll swing here. We'll deploy. Kill Chirrut. Takes 3, and then we'll give him Battle Fury, and we'll pass. Okay, I like this hand. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna resource the Guavian. Just good to have 7 resources to be able to play these 2 cards. Okay, hopefully not a Vader. God, okay. Such a strong play. This is crazy. We don't even deal with Vader. Oh my god. Okay. He's gonna play Dryden. He's a 5/7. This is rough. I don't think we can make it. Such a good play with that Vader. Go ahead and claim. keep everything. We just need like a big swing here. Guess we'll play this, see what he does. He's probably not going to trade into it, so it really doesn't matter. But you know, he can... Okay, that's fine. Play this. Yeah, and that's game. He starts healing. Yeah, he got it. Got us with that Vader play. Nothing we could do there. So there you have it. It's a pretty cool deck. We had some a pretty good match, and then we got against some nice opponents. We won 2, lost 2. You know, around that 50% we were talking about. If you see the stats, maybe a bit better if you get better matchups. Hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next video.